Alright, before I tell you this story, I want to remind you that I'm certainly not any kind of storyteller. I'm not even well spoken, I have a lisp, and if I'm hard to understand, I apologize, but I'm going to try to make this a little clearer. Be careful what you wish for. A story written by me. I'm going to share this with you secretly because where I work, I cannot have this be talked about. I work in Aboriginal mental health, so some backstory is that I grew up with a white mother and a full-blooded, very First Nations Canadian dad. Also, my maternal grandmother, who was in touch with spirits, she survived World War II under Nazi invasion and came to Canada. Okay, so my entire life I have been haunted. Like, I was that little girl from Poltergeist. With audio and visual manifestations, I have had doorknobs jiggle wildly while dealing with clients at work, and then go see who's at the door and find no one around. So that in mind, I am aware of the spiritualism also affects mental health, so I'm also very careful to avoid triggers and get into flights of fancy. Okay, so now I have only recently, I say recently, from the past year, become interested in the story of the skinwalker and the Navajo in the ranch in Ballard, Utah. The Skinwalker Ranch, or NIDS, whatever it is now. The story interested me because a lot of stories I had in my childhood were similar to events that I witnessed playing in the woods. So to say that even though I live very much in this world, I am also prone to fantastic night terrors and lucid dreaming and other events while sleeping, like sleepwalking. So last winter, I was watching YouTube videos of my husband during a bad snowstorm while we worked on art, and it was probably George Knapp. And hearing about the lights and creatures, I said out loud without thinking, I wish something like that would happen to me. I gasped immediately, thinking, like realizing what I had said, and went back to work. But internally, I was full of dread, like a child who knows they have made some terrible mistake and their mother's going to punish them for it. Okay, so a few days later, I was having a vivid dream. This is a dream. That I was in a school library, and in the dream, I am tackled and knocked to the floor by, at the time, what I thought was a long, disgusting ape. Okay, then two glowing blue orbs flew into the room and chirped mechanically. I should say like birds, like, you know, like a toy pretending to be a bird. So there I am, pinned in the dream, with this ape breathing in my ear menacingly, and the orbs communicated with me telepathically. And don't laugh, the way their behavior was like my teenage son. So it was pretty much like, sup, was the word that came in my head. You know, this is not a story I would concoct. Like, my fantasies would be way more fun than this. Okay, so I said in my dream, are you here to hurt me? Are you guys friendly? I replied, well, what about you? Are you friendly? The response came, dripping with a sort of sarcasm. And I said, yes, if you're here in peace, I guess I am too. I replied, still pinned by that hairy creature. So I woke up and stayed up till sunrise, unable to sleep, told my husband and went to work. At lunch, I have an older friend who works as a peer mentor for seniors that are overcoming addiction, and she was horrified immediately. She told me to go see a healer. So anyways, for a week in our house, these loud mechanical bird chirps persisted for a week at least. The neighbors heard it, the cats got upset, and it was like, tweet, tweet, and then it stopped suddenly. And now I have had them appear in other dreams, but they always help me in some way. And they're always saying like, yeah, here we are to help you, bail you out again. Like twist our arm mentality of teenagers. So anyways, thanks for listening. I can't disclose my location, except that I'm Canadian. If for some reason you recognize my voice or my vague situation, please grant me privacy and respect. Peace.